She said it like it was a joke, but her eyes didn't laugh. I need to find out if big size really matters. You'll never know. Don't worry. Then she smiled. A small, cutting smile, like she was doing me a favor. I didn't react. I couldn't. I just stared at her, the woman I once thought I knew. Her words slid under my skin like a slow venom. She packed for her girls' night out while humming to herself, pretending I wasn't standing there. The zipper of her bag sounded louder than anything in the room. It wasn't the sound of packing clothes, it was the sound of unzipping a marriage. I didn't ask where she was going. I didn't ask who'd be there. I just said, okay, and I meant it, not as surrender, but as a quiet declaration of war. When she left, the house turned silent. But it wasn't peace, it was calculation. The reflection in the window showed a man I barely recognized, expressionless, cold, a storm behind still waters. I poured myself a drink, sat down, and began replaying her words. You'll never know. That was her mistake. I always find out. She'd been different lately, always on her phone, always meeting friends. Perfume stronger than usual. A new lingerie set she didn't wear for me. The faint scent of another man's cologne when she kissed me goodnight. They think men don't notice. They think silence means blindness. I smiled at the irony. She wanted to test if size mattered. But what she didn't understand was, what truly matters isn't size, it's power. And I was about to take it all back. That night, I checked her messages. Her phone was easy. She never changed the passcode. Predictable, naive. I scrolled through the group chat, the girls, jokes, selfies. Then one photo froze my breath. A hand on her thigh that wasn't mine. His face wasn't visible, but I recognized the ring. Marcus, my old colleague, my ex-boss. The same man who once said, "You're lucky to have a wife like her." The next week, I didn't confront her. I let her have her freedom. Let her think she was winning. She laughed more around me, probably out of guilt. But her laughter was hollow. Her eyes betrayed her, glancing at the clock, waiting for the next excuse to leave. I followed patterns, not emotions. Every girl's night matched Marcus's late meetings. Every spa appointment aligned with his calendar updates on LinkedIn. It wasn't rage I felt. It was fascination. How easily people believe their lies. How smoothly betrayal hides behind normalcy. I hired someone, quietly, a man who owed me favors. He gave me photos, hotel entries, timestamps, even audio. The moans, the words. God, you're so much bigger than him. I didn't flinch, because by then, pain had already burned itself out. Only focus remained. I didn't sleep that night. I just sat on the edge of the bed she used to share with me. The sheets smelled of her perfume and absence. And for the first time, I realized she was already gone. The evidence came in a neat folder, hotel bills, photographs, recordings, enough to shatter her carefully painted world. I didn't rush. I waited. When she returned the next morning, pretending to be tired from dancing with the girls, I greeted her with coffee. She smiled, relieved that I was calm, that I didn't suspect. She kissed my cheek. I didn't move. Then I handed her the folder. No words, just silence. She opened it. I watched her face fall apart piece by piece. Her lips trembled. Her hands shook. She looked up, eyes wide with disbelief. "Where did you—" I just tilted my head. Her throat went dry. She knew the answer. I can—" I sipped my coffee. "Don't bother." She cried, begged, said she didn't mean it, that it was a mistake. I watched her unravel and felt nothing. The next week, I waited. Not for her, but for him, Marcus. He came to our house, casual as ever. Probably thought she had me fooled. He didn't expect me to be the one to open the door. When he saw me, the color drained from his face. Behind him, she stood frozen, clutching her purse, eyes wide, panic in every breath. I smiled. Welcome back. He stammered something about being in the neighborhood. I nodded slowly, letting the silence stretch. Then I stepped aside, and from the hallway, two men in suits walked out, my new partners. The same company Marcus thought he ran. He didn't know that 2 weeks earlier, I'd quietly acquired it. Every share, every vote, every decision. Marcus, I said quietly, you're fired. Effective immediately. Her gasp echoed down the hall. He turned to her, accusation in his eyes. You told him? She shook her head violently, crying now. But I was already done watching. I placed the folder on the table. Consider this a severance package, I said, and walked away. That night, I packed my things. She followed me, pleading, whispering my name like it still meant something. I didn't turn around. Her voice broke behind me, but I'd already left the version of myself that cared somewhere between her laughter and that first lie. At the door, I paused. She asked, through tears, "Do you still love me?" I looked at her one last time. The woman who once tested if size mattered. Now realizing that it wasn't size, or lust, or lies that defined her failure. It was underestimating silence. I smiled faintly. "Don't worry," I said. "You'll never know." And I left. The night swallowed her sobs. The air outside was cold, clean, and mine again. Final line. Sometimes the smallest word, okay, isn't surrender. It's the sound of the storm choosing when to strike.